Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you and your family in the best of health. Dear students, this lecture is for grade 10, subject chemistry, chapter number 15, that is water. This is my 30th lecture, and I am your lecturer, Mrs. Saira Jamal. Dear students, as I told you in this lecture, we are going to start chapter number 15, the new chapter, and these major concepts are according to the reduced syllabus, soft and hard water, types of soft and hard water, methods of removing soft and hard water, and waterborne diseases. Methods of removing soft and hard water means hardness in water and waterborne diseases. Let us do the first topic, that is about the types of water. How many types of water are there? There are two types of water, soft water and hard water. What is soft water? Water that easily gives lather with soap is called soft water. Lather with soap means we make foam with soap is called soft water, and example is distilled water. As distilled water does not have any contamination or ions in it, so that water can make leather or foam easily with soap. Hard water that gives little leather or foam scum with soap is called hard water. For example, tap water, river water, sea water are the examples of hard water. In this image, you can see soft water and hard water. The soft water is transparent while the hard water is cloudy. Why this water is cloudy? Because of the formation of scum by soap with ions present in hard water. What is scum? A layer of dirt or froth, small bubbles on the surface of a liquid which make water cloudy. This cloudiness is due to the formation of white precipitates by the reaction of calcium and magnesium ions present in hard water with soap. So calcium and magnesium ions react with the soap and form scum or cloudiness, or these white precipitates causes cloudiness of the hard water. These white precipitates are called scum. Scum in hard water, you can see in this image, we have the precipitates of calcium and magnesium with soap, and it make the water cloudy. So cloudness in water, less leather in water, and scum formation in water. I told you the small bubbles in hard water. Science tidbit detergents. How can we overcome the scum formation in hard water? So to overcome the problem of scum formation in hard water, detergents have been produced. Detergents do not produce a scum. This is because they do not react with calcium or magnesium ions. The soap react with calcium and magnesium ions and then form white precipitate, which caused the cloudness of hard water. But the detergents, they do not produce scum because they do not react with the calcium or magnesium ion presence in hard water. Also, detergent molecules are biodegradable. Bacteria can easily break these molecules, so they do not persist in the environment. So these are the two advantages of the detergent. Instead of using soap, nowadays people are using detergent because of the two benefit. The first one, that the detergent does not react with the calcium or magnesium ions present in hard water, and second, they are biodegradable. They can be easily broken down by the bacteria present in the environment. Differences between hard water and soft water. Hard water does not form leather or foam with soap easily, and soft water form leather with soap easily because no ions are present to interfere. Hard water contain dissolved salts of calcium and magnesium ions, while the soft water does not contain dissolved salts of calcium and magnesium. More wastage of time and fuel as boiling temperature of water gets increased due to the impurities. You know that when water contain impurities, then the boiling point of water increases. So to boil that water, a large amount of fuel is required, which make the process expensive. And less wastage of time and fuel, because no, I mean the water can boil. The water can boil easily. More consumption of soap by hard water, less consumption of soap by soft water. If we use the soap and water for washing clothes, so less soap is utilized in case of soft water, while more soap is utilized in case of the hard water. What are the substances which causes hardness in water? The carbonate hardness compound and non-carbonated hardness compound. The carbonated hardness compounds are calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate, calcium bicarbonate, and calcium hydroxide and magnesium hydroxide. They causes hardness, but that hardness is called temporary hardness. And the non-carbonated compounds like calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, calcium chloride, and magnesium chloride. Chloride and sulfates of calcium and magnesium, they causes permanent hardness in water. And carbonates and bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, or hydroxide of calcium and magnesium, causes temporary hardness in water. Causes of hardness in water. Rainwater dissolves carbon dioxide as it falls through the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide reacts with water to produce carbonic acid, and carbonic acid is a weak acid. It will decrease the pH of rainwater till 5.6. Reaction of carbon dioxide with water to form carbonic acid, which is present in rainwater. This carbonated water passes over or through the rocks containing calcium carbonate. The acid present in it attack these rocks. The acid present in rainwater attack the rocks. It slowly dissolves them and then dissolve the rocks and forming calcium and magnesium carbonates. You can see calcium carbonate or magnesium carbonate, they react with the carbonic acid in water and form calcium hydrogen carbonate and magnesium hydrogen carbonate. Some rocks may contain gypsum calcium sulfate with two water molecules, or anhydride calcium sulfate with no water, cassiterite magnesium sulfate with water, which is sparingly soluble in water. The presence of these dissolved salt causes the water to become hard. Carbonic acid, along with carbonic acid, these compounds which are present in water, rainwater, make the rainwater hard. Calcium carbonate and calcium sulfate. Types of hardness of water: temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Temporary hardness is so called because it can be removed by boiling. It is a hardness which can be removed by just boiling water and then filtering it. Permanent hardness is so called, it cannot be removed by boiling only, or by filtering that water. Temporary hardness is caused by the presence of dissolved calcium or magnesium hydrogen carbonates, which are also called bicarbonates, whereas permanent hardness is caused by the presence of dissolved sulfate and chlorides of calcium or magnesium. Hard water hampers cleaning action of soap. Hamper means decreases the cleansing action of soap. Differences between temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Temporary hardness, I told you, is caused by the bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, while permanent hardness is caused by the chloride and sulfates of calcium and magnesium. Temporary hardness is called alkaline hardness, and permanent hardness is called non-alkaline hardness. Temporary hard water can be softened by boiling and by treating with lime, while permanent hardness can be removed by or can be softened by treating it with soda. Methods to remove hardness of water. Temporary hardness in water, I told you, can be removed by adding an estimated amount of slacked lime in it. The slacked lime react with the hydrogen carbonates to form insoluble carbonates. So you can see calcium hydrogen carbonate when react with the calcium hydroxide, which is also called slacked lime, will form calcium carbonate and water. So this calcium carbonate is solid, or you can say insoluble in water, will settle down at the bottom of water, and by filtration, these undissolved salts can be removed from the pure water. Permanent, the second method for removing the temporary hardness of water is by boiling. Hardness of water can be removed simply by boiling. During boiling, the soluble calcium and magnesium hydrogen carbonates are decomposed, forming insoluble carbonates, and then these ions are removed as insoluble carbonates, so when water becomes soft. You can see this is the hydrogen carbonates of calcium or magnesium, which are after boiling are converted into carbonates, carbon dioxide and water. Carbonates are insoluble in water because they are in the solid form, it is gas, and liquid they are soluble. Where M is equal to calcium or magnesium, unfortunately this method is too expensive to remove temporary hardness of water on large scale. The reason I told you, because large fuel is required and it makes the process expensive. Method to remove permanent hardness. The first one is by adding washing soda. On the large scale, permanent hardness in water can be removed by adding washing soda, sodium carbonate with 10 water molecules. Calcium and magnesium ions are removed as their insoluble carbonate because the carbonates I told you are insoluble in water. So by filtration, we can remove these carbonates. Second method for removing permanent hardness is by ion exchange resin. The hard water is passed through a container filled with a suitable resin containing sodium ions, or you can say sodium zeolite. We can use this Na2Z is called sodium zeolite, which is ion exchanger, because the zeolite will exchange sodium ion with these hydrogen carbonates of calcium or magnesium, so they can be easily removed. So zeolite is one of the natural ion exchange resin, and it is sodium aluminum silicate. Actually, the sodium zeolite is made up from sodium aluminum silicate. So it is usually written as Na2Z in the simplest form, Na2Z, but actually it is sodium aluminum silicate. Calcium or magnesium ion causing the hardness are exchanged with sodium ion in the resin. When the calcium or magnesium hydrogen carbonates, they are passed through these light or the ion exchanger. So sodium will exchange ion with the bicarbonates, will form sodium carbonate, and that is the calcium zeolite or magnesium zeolite. So sodium, does not cause any hardness of water. The use of zeolite can be regenerated. If you want to regenerate zeolite for another step, so it can be regenerated by reacting the calcium zeolite or magnesium zeolite with sodium chloride. So after reaction with sodium chloride, we can get back the sodium zeolite or the ion exchanger, which can remove the permanent hardness from water, and we can reuse the sodium zeolite. You can see these are the sodium zeolite. So ion exchange. Next topic is about the waterborne disease. Waterborne diseases by means like by drinking contaminated water or impure water, one can suffer from these problems or these diseases. So unclean water supplies, poor sanitation, and poor hygiene, and it kills the 2,668,000 people worldwide each year. Water in swimming pool is purified from pathogenic organisms by two important processes: aeration by passing air and chlorination by treating it with chlorine. Some of diseases which are caused by contaminated water are cholera, dysentery, then they are caused by drinking contaminated water, which may cause these diseases. So cholera is an intestinal disease. It is caused by bacteria such as Vibrio cholera and E. coli, etc., which may be present in water contaminated with human waste. It is characterized by vomiting and purging. Purging means uh, the intestine or the stomach may become swollen. Second problem is dysentery. Dysentery is again caused by contaminated water. It is an intestinal disease and caused by parasite and amoeba. This infection is transmitted by fecal contamination of water or food by encysted organisms, or these you can say parasites. Patients have mild to severe abdominal cramps, cramps mean pains, diarrhea, chocolate colored stool with mucus and sometimes with blood. Jaundice, this disease proceeds from obstruction of liver, problem in liver. Excess of bile from the liver enters into blood and causes yellowness of skin and eyes. It leads to loss of appetite, meaning the patient does not feel any hunger for food, weakness and fatigue. Fatigue means tiredness. You can see this is jaundice. The skin and eyes become yellow. Hepatitis is acute inflammation of liver, again liver problem. It is caused by viruses and classified as hepatitis A, B, C, D, E. There are different types of hepatitis A, B, C, D, E, D, and E. Hepatitis A and E spreads through polluted water. These two type of hepatitis are spreading or are spread through polluted water or contaminated water. Then next one is typhoid. Typhoid is a dangerous intestinal disease. It spreads by polluted water containing bacteria such as Salmonella typhi, Salmonella paratyphoid, and Salmonella enteritis. It is characterized by continuous fever between 101 degree Fahrenheit to 104 Fahrenheit and irregular pulse rate disturbed. Hepatitis, problem in liver, damaging liver. Typhoid fever, the temperature remain of more than 101 to 104. Society, technology, and science. Swimming is an important recreational activity or biological contamination has lessened the recreational value of water. However, aeration and chlorination, treatment of swimming pool water has lessened the threat of biological contamination. Biological contamination means as people are using swimming pool, so they come in contact with water, and definitely that water, as they are coming in contact with the organism, so they become polluted, and then definitely it is important to clean the swimming pool by two important processes: aeration I told you, by passing air through them, and chlorination by passing chlorine gas through them, which will kill all the germs present in water. Actually, the chlorine reacts with water to form hypochlorous acid, and that hypochlorous acid kill all the pathogenic microorganisms present in water. That water may be a swimming pool, or that may be the water which we are using. So there are various methods for cleaning these impurities, or for cleaning water, and to protect ourselves from these waterborne diseases. So it is important to protect ourselves. So this was all about the chapter number 15 important topics which are according to the reduced syllabus. Some of the topics are left. Inshallah, we will do those topics in the next lecture. But in this lecture, we discuss the types of water, soft water and hard water, causes of soft water and hard water, and then we discuss about the removing the or how to make the hard water soft water by using different methods. But before that, we discussed the types of hard water or hardness of water. Is of two types: permanent hardness and temporary hardness. Temporary hardness we can easily remove by even only boiling, but permanent hardness we can treat it with the ion exchanger, and we can also remove the permanent hardness of water. The permanent hardness of water can be removed by one. I told you the method is by ion exchanger, and another is by adding washing soda, which is also called sodium carbonate. And the temporary hardness of water can be removed by boiling. That is a simple method. But I told you boiling needs more fuel, so is an expensive process. Although can remove the impurities by boiling, which convert the bicarbonate, soluble bicarbonates into the insoluble carbonates. Those carbonates then settle down at the bottom, and then just by filtering or filtration, those soluble impurities can be removed from the hard water. Now it becomes soft water, and you can use that water for drinking purposes. So, and then after that we discuss about the uh, uh, types of hardness of water: permanent hardness, temporary hardness. Permanent hardness, I told you, is caused by the chlorides and sulfates of calcium and magnesium, and temporary hardness is caused by um, the hydrogen carbonates of calcium and magnesium, or bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. Then we discuss the waterborne diseases and society, technology, and sciences. This is all about the chapter number 10. Okay, inshallah, we will discuss the remaining topics in our next lecture. I hope you understand this lecture. So, till then, take care. Allah.